Alright, welcome to my Streaming Worlds assignment. Um, this assignment, or my level, is heavily inspired by Ghost of Tsushima, and the premise is pretty much the same. You're a samurai, there's invaders on your island, and you have to help people on your way to defend or defeat the enemies that have settled on your island. So I had to rush this assignment a little bit due to the deadline that we had, and I overscoped, but I will walk you through it. So you start by swimming up on this beach in this little fishing village that I have not had time to set dress correctly, but here's your first NPC that you can talk with, who is surprised that you're alive and says that we need to destroy the enemy's ship. That's our main objective, and we need to help other NPCs on the way. And this guy has a little dog that is running around here in his village, and this dog is scared of us when we get close to it. Okay, sorry about the frame drop. So here we are approaching our next village, which is up this ridge, but here I want to do a little bait and switch where the player thinks that the road ahead, or sees that the road ahead is blocked, and when they turn around they see, oh, maybe I can climb up here. And I wanted to utilize some affordances that we're gonna use throughout this level, with the vines on the rocks and also the glowing lanterns, which is gonna be a sort of signposting and also guide our player a little bit. And here we get a little turn around and looking out over the village that we just came from. And I've also put up these torii gates to kind of guide the player. And this is our next NPC that we can talk to. And he says that the enemies have taken over the TJ fortress, and they're blocking the main route on the island, and we need to take it back in order to clear out the island. I've also used. I wanted to give the player options throughout this level, mainly two options. So if you take this right here, you come to directly to TJ Fortress, but it's a one-way valve, and I have not set dressed that correctly, so we will take the long way around here. And here I wanted to give the player a little zen view, or just a short view of a set dressed environment. So here I put up some signs also where the roads are leading to. Here I wanted to do a little funnel before reveal out to this big flower field with a hero piece that is a tower with a fire on top of it. And here we get our second NPC that is that in need of help. That is saying that bandits have taken over this road, and they're hiding behind those big trees over there, and that we can climb up, and basically we're getting our mission to burn their supplies. So here I've made a blunder, and I've used all the NPCs, made all the NPCs into dogs. Those dogs over there are supposed to be enemies, but don't mind that. They're standing on the road. And here we're going back to the affordances that we used earlier with the vines and also the lanterns. Here I just wanted to use some leading lines and show the players where they can traverse the level. And here we get a reveal of the enemy camp also behind those big trees. So here we grab our torch that we will use. So here, my idea was to use or utilize and have some enemies walk this road that you have to avoid, but I did not have time to implement that, so I used just a little loop around and you walk around them instead. So here we're burning their supplies and I can drop my torch here. And here also I wanted to use some leading lines and use the lantern as a guiding light, and hopefully so just to make a little short level loop here, you can go back to the NPC that you just talked to, saying that they ran in fear. So now what was supposed to be the enemies here that turned out to be dogs are gone. And here is also the Torii gate that will guide the way a little bit. And here we come to another area where I've used two options to go. They both lead to the same way. This is supposed to be a caved in cave basically that you can go, and hopefully I was trying to soft fence the player with the grass and the gravel to turn this way instead, and then you get a reveal of where you go next. Alternatively, we can go the other way, where you also will get a reveal of where to go. And this is also a little bait and switch because the road ahead is blocked, so you have to go up this way. And here, same thing, I used the grass to kind of soft fence the player to go this way. And this, or the black oil looking thing, is also another affordance I introduced a little bit in the tower in the previous zone that we were in. So here we can continue on from this hindrance that we had. If you had taken in our bamboo forest, if we would taken the one-way valve route, we would have seen this. But here I'm introducing the fortress that we need to take over, and I wanted to use some contrast and with the lighting to guide the player on where to go. So you see the lighting in the window up ahead by the scaffold, and also lights where the road, how to get to it. And here I have not implemented any combat or killing the enemy, but here the player can also take two roads, either get a little snack kill here or take the sneaky route and jump this broken gate. So here we jump down. Also I'm utilizing high refuge and high points just to get an overlook and a sense of safety basically. As I said, I can't kill the enemies, but here I wanted to I have some enemies in the fortress that I wanted to use as a little stealth part where you sneak around patrolling enemies. There's going to be an enemy here patrolling, but since we can't do anything with him, I guess I'll just pretend to kill him. Oh, he was gone. But so this fortress I wanted to have as a sneaky area, and here we can open the gate and we are back in the bamboo forest here. As I said, I didn't really finish this area, so that's why I didn't take that route. And now we can continue on our path. So now we're getting into a little wooded area, and we're getting closer to the enemy's settlement, and that's why I wanted to do some set dressing or environmental storytelling and show some more killed survivors. And this is another NPC that's sending us on a quest to go on an island. Imagine him pointing that way, and we see a little island over there, and he wants us to check on his family basically. because he cannot row his boat. So there we get a little reveal. Someone messed up this wagon also. And here we have the island. So let's go check on his family by taking this boat. So here we can jump up. Here I had an intention of having the people be inside the house, but I didn't have time to do that either. And here, sadly, the whole family's dead. And let's bring back this hat as proof, memorabilia for the NPC, because it belonged to them and maybe he would want it. You can look back while we're taking this boat ride. And then he's gonna be very sad, and he wants us to make the enemy pay. And as I said, we're getting closer to the enemy camps up here, and they've wreaked havoc on the island. So a little bit more set dressing, or environmental storytelling, I mean, of the horrors that they made. Here I wanted a little, here I wanted the camp and another sneak part, maybe take out some enemies, and I want to show you this. We're not going to go down here because this is an optional zone, but I wanted a little onsen over here. But we're not going to go down there because there's nothing to do. So I will take you this way. Like I said, here I wanted the little sneaky part, and my plan here was to have this patrol come and force you up this cliff here basically to hide, and wait for them to pass, and then you can go down here. Now we're getting to the final area where the fog is very dense, and here I wanted to have some more combat. My intention was for you to sneak into the camp and up this tower or temple basically, and have a catapult from up there, but time restrictions had me just to have you go through here. And this is their main ship that we need to destroy, and we're doing this by shooting a catapult on it. And that's it. Thank you for watching.